Mountain of the Cannibal God from 1978. This movie came out the same year as John Carpenter's Halloween, George Romero's Dawn of the Dead, the Invasion of the Body Snatchers remake, I Spit on Your Grave, and even The Omen 2. So 78 was jam-packed with quality movies, and Mountain of the Cannibal God fits right in with that roster because this is a movie that I've heard about for a while, I've owned it for a while, I just never got around to watching it, and I think it was also part of the Video Nasties, one of the lists, but this movie stars Stacy Keach, who I know best from Cheech and Chong's Up in Smoke, Body Bags, and American History X. It's directed by Sergio Martino, who's an Italian cannibal horror filmmaker regular. He's made tons of movies in the genre, and it was actually probably the first movie I seen by Martino, unless there was a Martino film in that box set that had Papaya with it from Severin. I gotta point out real quick, I watched that movie with my dad, and that movie is basically a softcore porno with a little bit of violence and you know, peppered throughout. It's not a good one. It's not one I would recommend. I would recommend this one, all right? And all these kind of Italian cannibal films, they all follow the same formula, and that formula is group of people go missing in the jungle, another group of people goes looking for them, and that's what the movie is about. It's about a rescue party or a search party, and Cannibal Holocaust did it, Cannibal Ferox did it, you know, any number of those fucking movies. Matter of fact, this movie came out before those two movies, and it goes to show you that, you know, the Italians were owning this genre well before the 80s, and they definitely fucking chiseled their name into the history books with this one. But like I said, you know, group of people go looking for another group of people. Stacy Keach acts as the guide, and you know, all sorts of terrible stuff ensues. There's lots of good kills. Of course, there's some you know, animals getting killed in various ways, which, you know, if you're a fan of the genre, you should be accustomed to that type of stuff. And if you can't handle shit like that, just don't watch the movies. You know what I mean? Don't fucking try to have them canceled, for fuck's sakes. But there's so many memorable kills. So, the ones that stick out to me the most are this dude getting his head cut off. Like, there's a part where a guy gets his head cut off by one of the natives. And might I add, the natives, like the bad guys in this movie, if you want to call them that, they're, you know, when you're talking about cannibal horror films, like, who is the bad guy? Is it the intruder or is it the native? So, you know, with that being said, these native guys wear these cool sort of mud masks. They look very creepy, and they have like teeth in them. They just kind of look like a little bit of a, you know, almost like a really shitty mud pyramid that they wear on their head. And it works, but there's a scene where this guy gets his head cut off, and it's like full on Tom Savini style, head come off, like Dawn of the Dead style shit, and it was awesome. There's another really good scene where a guy gets killed by an alligator, which is something that you don't see a lot of, and it's very convincing. Like, for 78, the effects are really quality in this movie. Of course, the animal cruelty scene that sticks out in everyone's head is a monkey versus like a boa constrictor, which is the norm down there. And like, it's obviously not like Sergio Martino like sat there with his DOP and was like, get this shot, like this is happening right here, get this shot. It's like some National Geographic type stock footage that they get. You know, I don't think, you know, when I watch movies like this, I can separate, like, you know, okay, an animal got killed in this movie, but you know what, they probably all sat around and had turtle soup. You know what I mean? Or they probably all sat around and had monkey brains, or whatever the fuck it is. I don't know. I had a blast with this one, and it's really revamped my love of the cannibal genre, because, like I said, after I watched Papaya, Love Goddess of the Cannibals, whatever the fuck it was called, man, I was like so turned off by it all. I was like, man, this is rough. I was like, if it's not Cannibal Holocaust, if it's not Cannibal Ferox, I don't want nothing to do with it. But I found a great one with this one. And that Severin box set did have two other movies. I just don't remember what they were called. Or I think one of them might have been called Devil Hunter, and it had something to do with like a guy with weird eyes or something like that. But, you know, I appreciate everybody for watching the video, and staying tuned for more videos, and you know, supporting through the channel name change and all that stuff. Video Homicide is here to stay. So with that being said, definitely check out the Facebook, the Instagram, and adios.